what do you mean by hard work? But in the meantime, when you're thinking for yourself about what you can write about, again, what is the one value? What is the one thing I've struggled in? What is the one thing maybe it's hard work? Okay, great. But what does hard work look like? What do you mean by hard work? Does hard work mean that you are in the gym every single day after school for about an hour, weight training, cardio, whatever it takes before you go to your actual sports practice so that you're training yourself? Does hard work mean that you are managing a stage crew in theater and or stage crew, the props department, everybody, because you are the stage manager? So you now have to learn how to communicate with everyone to make sure that you show up early to every single session, because if you show up on time or late, then everyone else follows your example and says, well, if the stage manager is not showing up, I don't have to show up. So is that what hard work means? Does hard work mean that you have now had to practice over and over and over for a certain class, go through hours of tutoring, watch YouTube videos or Khan Academy videos, take practice tests, do lots of practice questions because that math class is kicking your butt? So you've done maybe 20 to 40 problems per night for a week to make sure you get better at it. Every single one of those scenarios is of hard work. Every single one of those scenarios just painted a different picture and took your mind in a completely different direction. So you want to make sure that when a reader pulls out your essay, there is no guesswork on their end. They don't have to rely on their own experience, because if some student says hard work, well, then I'm going to rely on my definition of hard work. Okay. And my definition of hard work might be, oh, stayed up working on a project, or woke up really early to work on something that's related to their work, spent hours and hours upon doing that, didn't really see the results, and then tried again, and it was emotionally roller coaster, right? Because that's what I'm associating with somebody who's currently running a consulting practice. That's my definition. That's what I see. Therefore, that's what I define as hard work. But I'm not going to think, because I'm not an athlete, I'm not going to automatically think, oh, they mean in their sport, or oh, they mean in that particular class where they showed up and the teacher didn't like them and they kept asking for extra help, but it just didn't work out. I'm not going to think that. So don't leave it up to the reader's background to pull together all these strengths. Be direct and paint your picture according to your experience. If it was in theater, great, tell us more about it. If it was in a sport, tell us more about it. If it was in academics, tell us more about it.